Hey guys, Lightning Ripper here, and today I'm going to bring you a video that's quite different. It's similar to Let's Playing, but it's for Pokemon X and Y, but it's not Let's Playing, it's actually a Wi-Fi battle. I'm going to show you a video it's me battling one of my internet friends, MattFreeze57. If you don't know who that is, click on the link in the description below and you'll see his channel. So yeah, by the looks of it, it's an interesting fight. I mean, I've got Klefki, Tentacruel, Swellow, Hawlucha, Delphox, and Hydreigon, while he's got a Lucario, another Delphox, a Crobat, Golem, Venusaur, and Greninja. So, looks like an interesting fight. Ready to see it? Because I am. Alright, so we both made a grand dramatic entrance. But, by the way, does Matt in this picture look like a Xehanort incarnation? So I start out with Klefki and Tentacruel. Well, he starts up with Greninja and Venusaur. And immediately he's predicting Klefki is going to own Greninja, so he switches out into his Crobat. But I get a free Reflect up. I think he was predicting for me to go to Play Rough, and so, because Crobat can just walls Play Rough, and I got a free Toxic Spikes up. Just so next time Greninja or Delphox come in, and for some reason he uses Sludge Bomb and Klefki, which I didn't get. I mean, hey Matt, you do know that Klefki is a Steel type, right? But it makes it for the wise move. He uses Confuse Ray and confuses Keyblade. Yeah, that's my name, like Klefki. And I got another free Toxic Spikes up. And then he starts cornering the two by using Leech Seed. More of a wise move. I couldn't actually tell if that Sludge Bomb earlier was a misclick or something. But he starts draining health from my Tentacruel. Yeah, I was predicting for Crobat to stay down there so I could own it, but he ends up going for the fly, and my Tentacruel used Ice Beam on it. But the Venusaur gets a Sunny Day, and I'm like, oh crap, does it have Chlorophyll? And thankfully I don't hurt myself. But unfortunately, to my dismay, it actually does, because Venusaur outspeeds Crobat. I gotta look up what Venusaur's speed status again. So anyways, I swap out Tentacruel and Keyblade and go into Delphox and Hawlucha. This one I got via Wonder Trade because my regular Delphox didn't have that great of a nature. And he ends up going for the Solar Beam, and taking a chunk of health a little bit off Hawlucha. And to my dismay, that Crobat used Fly on. And kind of cool. It ended up hitting Hawlucha. I think I should have put Delphox and Hawlucha in just place, because I'm pretty sure Delphox would have taken that just fine. But thanks, Reflect. So he switches out Venusaur and goes into his own Delphox. I think he was predicting me to use Flamethrower, so that his Delphox can wall it. But I end up going for the Acrobatics, and he uses Bite on me. But to his dismay, I got a free Calm Mind up, raising in both my special attack and special defense. And one thing I don't get, how is my Hawlucha faster than that Crobat? Does that Crobat have a speed hindering nature? Because I don't know if my Hawlucha... I forgot my Hawlucha's nature, but I know my Delphox's nature is like plus special attack, physical attack. Anyways, I take out his Delphox and he uses Bite on me again, and Delphox lives with just the right amount of HP, and so I use Side Shock and completely own it. Alright, no more annoyances. Yeah, so both of my screens were off. I need to get my Klefki if you like me. So he sends out Venusaur again. And he ends up sending out his Golem, which is actually a wise choice. And for some reason, my opponent didn't Spikes this year. Maybe it's because Venusaur and Golem are new in the Toxic Spikes. It's all in. So he uses Solar Beam and takes out Hawlucha. Not really a big loss there, because I was expecting him to do that. So I get to I can scorch that Venusaur into oblivion. With the power of the sun, I think it's completely gone. Now, I don't know what you're thinking. Couldn't he just use a Mega Evolution? Well, you'll see later on. We'll see why he didn't use Mega Venusaur. Anyways, he takes out my Delphox. Not really a big loss, but I didn't really need Delphox for the rest of the battle. So, yeah, Sunlight disappears. And I send out and Tentacruel and Cliff and Keyblade back out, and he sends out his Lucario. And this is the reason why he didn't use Mega Venusaur, because he yanks out Mega Lucario. And I'm like, wow, this is gonna be a challenge. So I'm glad I used Reflect at the moment, because that Lucario is a physical attacker. And he uses close combat on Tentacruel. I guess just one and get Tentacruel out, eliminating a threat to Golem, which I don't really blame him. The Tentacruel took that just fine, and I ended up going for the Toxic Splash. I think he was pretty. I thought he was gonna switch out Golem or something else, but for some reason he has his Golem use Earthquake, which kills Tentacruel, but he also killed his own teammate. I'm like, dude, what the heck? You just killed your own teammate. And it was almost like you follow your greatest chance of... wow. I just, like, couldn't believe his decision. And so it's out his Greninja, and his Greninja are Golem are the only two remaining, and then I go for send out my Hydreigon. And so I get the final screen up to start reducing damage. Yes, good thing too, because that Greninja went for an Ice Beam. And he's taking a chunk off, a health off my Hydreigon. And then I go for the Focus Blast and completely decimate that Golem. Good thing too. Now he's down to his only one Pokemon. And it's poison. Well, I still have 3 of mine. Anyways, he uses Surf and it does barely anything against Hydreigon, but ends up taking out Keyblade. And like, good job, Keyblade. He's good. I went for the Dragon Pulse here because I didn't want to take risks with Focus Blast, because as you might have guessed, Focus Blast is really inaccurate, and I didn't want to take risks. Anyways, I sent out my final Pokemon, Swellow, and he uses another Ice Beam and takes a bit more health out on my Hydreigon, and almost kills it. And I have my Swellow use Facade and completely decimated into Greninja. So, yeah, MattFreeze57, that was a good battle. But whatever advice. Is next time you have a Golem and a Lucario, or whatever Pokemon you have going Earthquake, and Pokemon that's weak to Earthquake, don't use Earthquake. Alright. Thank you, and good night.